father? Am I not your father? Why don't you listen to me when I talk to you? Stay off the internet. Don't be worrying about talking to those girls like
I've been on the internet for 2 hours.
Yes, looking at girls. I told you, you should not be doing that. You are a man of God. Hurry up, give me the glass. I need a bigger glass than that. Chris will eat the glass. Did you warm my food?
Yes.
Okay, warm it. I mean, did you warm it? Is it warm? Are you sure it's warm? How do you know?
You said it's warm enough.
Well, how can you check to see if it's warm? Don't put your hand on my food! I'm going to get a switch. You are in due for a spanking. That's what you need. What do you mean no? What do you think you are, a doctor? Like, hello, doctor. I am self-medicating. I need a spanking. Are you ever going to say you need a spanking?
No.
You're never going to say you need a spanking.
No.
Okay. Okay, why are you are you drinking? Are you on that stuff? Why are you falling over? Oh my goodness. My son is a drunk and he watches men on computers.
Word and observe amazing scriptures, fix your eyes on the movement. Welcome to the show and enjoy. Truthit.
What up, God's people? This is your boy Will, and this is another episode of Truthit. And guess what? You have to be persistent when you're calling out to God for prayer in order to be heard. You ever get a call from someone that you don't want to talk to unless it's of the utmost importance? You better leave a message and it better be important. I am not calling you back. Sometimes you don't want to be bothered unless you know it's an emergency. And how do you know it's an emergency? When they leave a message and say it's an emergency, or they keep calling and blowing up your phone. Well, for the most part, their actions tell you how important reaching you is for them. It's the same way with God. Thankfully, we serve a God who answers prayers, but some of y'all, when y'all be praying to God, it be some random stuff, man. Dang, my screwdriver's missing. Dear God, can you please give me a power tool, a power drill with all the works? Gee, thanks, God. That ain't biblical. Let's go
to the Bible.
1 Kings 17:17. Sometime later, the son of the woman who owned the house became ill. He grew worse and worse and finally stopped breathing. She said to Elijah, "What do you have against me, man of God? Did you come to remind me of my sin and kill my son?" "Give me your son," Elijah replied. He took him from her arms, carried him to the upper room where he was staying, and laid him on his bed. Then he cried out to the Lord, "Lord my God, have you brought tragedy even on this widow I am staying with by causing her son to die?" Then he stretched out himself on the boy 3 times and cried out to the Lord, "Lord my God, let this boy's life return to him." The Lord heard Elijah's cry, and the boy's life returned to him, and he lived. Truth, God knew the severity of the situation. Elijah cried out to him at least twice. He laid out on the boy 3 times, and he pleaded, and God heard him because of it. Sometimes we have to call on God with persistence in order to be heard. Truth it. This is my boy Will. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up, click like or the subscribe button down there. I appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And just remember, if what I say or what anybody says doesn't agree with this, then I suggest you quit. And as always, to God be the glory.